In the world of cybersecurity, code is, well, it's everything. It's both the lock and the key. It's what builds our digital world, but it also gives us the power to test it, to find the weaknesses. So let's talk about how you can master that key. And that brings us to the first and maybe the most important question you have to ask yourself. Where do you want to fall on this spectrum? Are you going to be someone who just uses the tools? Or are you going to be someone who truly understands them? That one little difference, it changes the entire game. And this slide, well, it breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have the script kiddie. They download a program, they run it, and they hope for the best, often with no clue how it actually works. But on the flip side, you have the ethical hacker. They don't just run tools, they build them, they modify them, because they understand the code underneath. And that, right there, is the real power. So that tees up our first big idea here. Being a real hacker isn't just about memorizing commands and typing them into a black screen. It's about creative problem solving on a massive scale, and programming is your superpower. So what does that superpower actually let you do? Well, this is where things get really cool. With programming, you're not just a user anymore, you're an architect. You can spot tiny flaws in a program's logic that everyone else misses. You can automate hours, even days of boring scanning work and get it done in seconds. You can take an existing exploit, understand it, and change it so it works safely instead of just, blindly firing it and hoping you don't break something. And best of all, you can build your own custom tools, perfectly designed for the exact problem you're trying to solve. All right, so you're sold on the idea, but where do you even start? What do you actually need to learn? Well, it all boils down to a few core concepts. Think of these as the fundamental building blocks for pretty much any security tool you'll ever want to build. First up, we've got something called control flow. Now that sounds fancy, but it's really just loops and if-then statements. This is the engine that drives all automation. I mean, think about it. If you want to test 10,000 different passwords, you're not going to type them in by hand, right? No way. You write a loop to do it for you over and over without ever getting tired or making a mistake. And check this out. This is a perfect real-world example of what I'm talking about. That whole idea of control flow, it comes down to a simple little for loop like this one, reading through a massive file of passwords and trying every single one. This is literally the logic behind a brute force attack. It's simple code, but with incredibly powerful results. Okay, so control flow is huge, but it's not the whole story. You'll also need to master a few other essentials. Understanding things like variables and data types is how you'll spot memory bugs, like the classic buffer overflow. Functions let you write clean code you can reuse over and over. Data structures, that's how you'll store and make sense of all the recon data you gather, like IP addresses and open ports. And finally, file handling, that's absolutely key for things like reading log files or processing those giant password lists we just talked about. Okay, so we've got the concepts down. The big question now is, what language do you actually write all this stuff in? It's all about picking the right tool for the job from the pros toolkit. In the world of cybersecurity, there's one language that really just stands head and shoulders above all the others. The undisputed champion, the one you have to know is, Python. It's easy to learn, it's super versatile, and it runs on pretty much everything. Windows, Mac, and of course, Linux. It has totally become the go-to scripting language for security pros, and for some really, really good reasons. But here's the thing, Python's real magic isn't just the language itself, it's the ecosystem of libraries. This here shows just a tiny slice of what's out there. With a library like Scapy, you can build any network packet you can imagine. With requests, web recon becomes a breeze. Think of these libraries as pre-built Lego blocks for your personal hacking toolkit. Now, don't get me wrong, Python is king, but it's not the only language in the kingdom. If you're working on Linux systems, you've got to know Bash for quick and dirty automation. And in almost any corporate environment, PowerShell is absolutely essential for anything involving Windows or Active Directory. And of course, if you're touching web apps, you just have to have a rock-solid understanding of JavaScript, HTML, and SQL. Okay, so we've talked concepts, we've talked languages. How does this all fit together in the real world? Let's walk through what a professional, ethical hacker's workflow actually looks like, step by step. It's really this methodical four-step process. First up is reconnaissance, where you're using scripts to map out your target. Then you move into vulnerability discovery, writing your own custom scripts to poke and prod for weaknesses. Then, and this is super important, when you find a potential exploit, you don't just run it, You read the code. You understand exactly what it does so you can modify it safely. And finally, on the defensive side, you're using all these same programming skills to automate log analysis and even build your own custom tools to detect attackers. And you're going to be doing all of this across two main playgrounds. You need to be completely fluent in the Linux command line, using tools like Bash and Python, but you also need to be just as comfortable in the Windows world with PowerShell. The reality is, the internet is mostly built on Linux, but corporate networks almost always run on Windows. Look, you just have to master both. There's really no way around it. Okay, I know, this might seem like a lot to take in, but seriously, the journey just starts with that first single step. So let's break it all down into a super clear, actionable roadmap for you. Your journey starts right now. So here it is, your 3-phase roadmap to mastery. Phase 1, this is what you do right now. Focus on the fundamentals, Python, Bash, and PowerShell. Get really good at those. Phase 2, once you're comfortable, you dive into web technologies like JavaScript, HTML, and SQL. And finally, Phase 3. This is for those of you who really want to get into the deep stuff. You start tackling low-level languages like C and assembly. This is what you need for advanced exploit development and reverse engineering malware. So there you have it. That's the path. The path from just using tools to actually creating them. You've got the concepts, you've got the languages, and now you have the roadmap. The only question left is the one you see right there. What are you going to build first? A simple port scanner, a little automation script? It doesn't have to be fancy. The whole journey just starts with that first line of code.